And we are live with the legend himself, Cali Muscle, guys. Let's get into it.
Let's go. All right, we're back.
And we are back. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh&Fit podcast, man. This is part 2 of the 3-peat today. This is actually the third interview we've done, but we recorded one for you guys. It's going to drop on Monday. It's going to be a good time. We're talking about precious metals for Money Monday. But, guys, we did Chris Crone earlier. We got Cali Muscle in the house. Quick announcement before we get into the show. Guys, rumble.com/freshfit. That is the home base for us. So if we ever get canceled, you know exactly where to find us. Rumble.com/freshfit. Also, castclub.tv, guys. That's where all of our content is. All the stuff that isn't, necessarily as safe, the tough discussions, the Zoom calls, etc. It's all there. Castclub.tv, man. Check us out over there. You want to support the mission. You want to keep us independent so that we don't have to necessarily rely on these, platforms, these bot platforms. Check us out over there on castclub.tv. Also, guys, Yacht Party, August 10th. It's going to be next Saturday, okay? August 10th. It's going to be lit. 9 p.m. to 1 a.m., 130-foot plus yacht. It's going to be 3 stories, open bar, bunch of hot girls. We're probably going to have easily 200-plus girls there. We got about 100 tickets or so for the guys, 100 to 150 depending on what it looks like.
VIP is sold out.
VIP is sold out already, guys. So tickets are on sale right now, ffpod.org, and you can only get in for the cheap price of only $9.98, man. You are never going to be able to get on a yacht that big with that many girls for that price point. Because I'll tell you this, with $1,000, you can't even get your own yacht with a Cuban captain that's illegally here that can't speak English, bro. No. You have to be there with 13 ugly mid girls, and you got to find them yourself. We found them for you. It's going to be lit. We're going to be IRL streaming. We're going to have other influencers there. It's going to be a good-ass time, guys, so make sure to join in. ffpod.org. Yacht Party is going to be lit. Aren't you going to take a picture of the yacht or something like that? Are you going to go check it out?
We're going to go see it.
When you going? Oh, okay. So Fresh will make a video for you ninjas because Yacht is brand new. It literally got done, on the 30th?
28th, but they're doing some more finishing stuff to it now. So
okay, so we're going to be one of the first people to use this yacht,
we're going to be
guys.
first people on the yacht.
Yeah, one of the first. So make sure to, definitely get your tickets now, guys. $9.98, you ain't going to find a cheap price. And an open bar, that's the craziest part. So ffpod.org. We hope to see you guys there. But anyway, without further ado, we got a special guest in the house, man. Cali Muscle, welcome to the Fresh&Fit podcast, man.
We know who you are, but kids they don't know who you are. You know?
I'm an influencer. You know what I mean? Started from a bad beginning. not just making bad choices or whatever. But thanks for having me. Firstly, I've been watching you guys' show since you started.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I mean? It's my #1 podcast.
Appreciate that,
so I
brother.
feel like I made it because I'm here.
Yeah. Well, we've been trying to get a hold of you, bring you on for like a year or two, bro. Yeah. I don't know if Organic or Tall Guy told you, but bro, we had been trying to get you on for a minute.
Never knew it. So I never had my DMs open.
Oh,
right.
That's what it was.
I just now opened up my DMs when I started my program.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Probably didn't want to deal with the headaches and shit like that. Yeah, fair enough.
Actually, I do remember DMing you, and it was like not open for messages.
Oh, no, I would have been flew out here for this.
Bro, we were trying to bring you on for years, man.
Wow.
Like, for a minute, bro.
Now we know.
Yeah. Because I remember when we first tapped in with Tall Guy and Organic, like, you were one of the first people who were like, hey, can you get us in touch with Cali Muscle?
Is that right?
Yeah, bro.
I would have been on here, bro.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Well, we're here now, which is great. So, yeah, bro, like...
what's going on, man?
Yeah, what's going on?
Any updates?
Oh, I'm today my last day of watermelon fast. Everybody that comments like, all he gonna talk about is watermelon.
Yeah.
Well, it's the last day, and I almost fell out working out at Muscle Beach.
Whoa.
Yeah, didn't have enough calories in my system and went crazy, muscle ups, pull ups, and that Miami heat.
Yeah,
and
it's different.
Yeah,
it's no joke.
Well, it hit me. I mean, I felt good. But I didn't know my body was overheating or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was an experience.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
So you're a legend in the space of YouTube and fitness as well. How'd you get started into fitness itself and then YouTube?
So when I got out of prison in 2000, I want to say 6, a guy approached me, said he wanted to do a video of me doing pull-ups, working out or whatever. And at the time, I was a stripper. And so I was doing a lot of model mayhem stuff and videos. So,
Oh yeah.
This nigga, I ain't heard that one. He was laying in the cuts with that one. So he did a video of me doing pull-ups, and so I read the comments, and I'm like, oh, they saying I didn't do it military style. Let me do a muscle-up video. So I did a muscle-up video, and that went viral. And I was an addict for the comments. So I was replying, doing reply videos basically to the comments the trolls would say what they were saying.
And this is what, 2006?
So yeah, that was 2000. Let's see, 7. I got out 7, 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Literally, so like the
2008.
beginning of YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So the first person I saw on YouTube was what you call fighting. Kimbo.
Kimbo Slice.
Slice.
Kimbo Slice back in the day.
Yeah, Kimbo.
Hey, yo.
Florida boys.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Kimbo was the first video I saw. And so I started doing videos here and there or whatever. It got monetized. Then I started bodybuilding in 2009.
Okay.
Because a guy told me I had genetics and, you know, all I had to do is, because I was anti-steroid supplements, everything.
Okay.
At this point in 2000.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about 33, 34 at the time. And so he told me, oh, you would kill him in bodybuilding. You make a lot of money like Ronnie and Jay and Flex with all these guys. And I was making a lot of money at the time shipping ecstasy to Denver.
Oh, shit.
So I'm like, shit, I might as well invest in myself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so did my first bodybuilding show in 2009 and won out of 25 motherfuckers. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just reading stuff on the internet, getting all the steroid books, and just I became a studier.
Were you even on gear at this point when you won that show? So you were 100%?
When I did that show, what happened was I went to a show and Jay Cutler made me look like a little boy.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, I was popping pills at the time, a stripper and drinking. And so I went to this show, and he made me look bad, and I threw all. I'm like, oh no, I ain't about
Cut
to
all
let
that
this.
shit.
Yeah.
And you started gear. So, well, let's go back a little bit because you have a very interesting story, right? For people that aren't like familiar with your story, like you had, you know, Ex-Con to Icon, the book. I remember seeing that because I've seen your content since the early 2010s, right? You're one of the first big fitness influencers. But let's go back to like why you went to prison in the first place and like your upbringing and stuff. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Where you grew up and
of course.
What led to you going to jail the first time?
Yeah. So I grew up in a middle class home. My mom was a nurse. My stepdad was a
Wait, a nurse?
My mom was a nurse. Oh, that's
There you go.
So yeah, my pops, my stepfather had his own auto body shop. My birth dad, my biological, he was a Jim Jones survivor.
Oh.
Jonestown Massacre survivor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you look up my birth name, it's Chuck Kirkendall, and I'm a junior. I changed my name in 2009 to Kali Muscle Kirkendall. And so, grew up in a middle-class home. Moms had and pops had like 3, 4, 5 cars at a time. We had the best-looking house.
Nice. This is in California?
Yeah, Oakland, California.
Oakland, California.
Yeah.
This is the 80s, 70s at this point?
So, yeah, in the 80s. I was born 75.
Okay.
So this was the 80s. My neighborhood was a big drug area. Kids 12 years old had Mercedes Benzes.
Oh, shit.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I grew up in this era, dressing nice, looking nice, big donkey chains, and you know. And so my problem happened because my mother didn't believe in giving the money. And so I became an avid gambler or whatever, shooting dice and things like that. And so I went to high school, and I wanted to be like my older brother.
Mm-hmm.
He was 4 years older than me, a genius, 4.5 student. He ended up going to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo on an engineering scholarship. And so I was Mr. Everything. I was a senior class president, graduated with 3.83 overall GPA, in the newspaper for sports, football, wrestling, track. And what happened my senior year.
So this is 1993 now, fast forwarding. Roughly.
Right. So 1993, my senior year, my brother committed suicide.
Okay.
That changed me. I went dark. I was a youth pastor, believed in God, preached God, and I stopped believing in God, kind of, when that happened. Okay. Yeah. And I went.
How'd he pass? Like, was it natural causes?
Nah, he shot himself, killed himself, suicide.
Wow. Okay.
And this was my everything. He was my idol, you know. And so I went dark. I was on my way to Fresno State with a full academic athletic scholarship. So I went to school with a chip on my shoulder, angry.
What sport did you play?
Football. I got recruited for football to Fresno State.
Boom.
And so
you said you went dark?
Yeah, I just I went like to the point where I just had tunnel vision.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Everything, nothing else mattered. I just was working out, training for football, and I'm like, I'm going to the NFL if it killed me.
I thought you meant darker than me.
Come on, what's it?
Hey, man.
Fresh, you blacker, man.
Oh, my hand darker than yours?
Yeah, okay, a little bit, yeah.
I don't know about that. That's that Miami sun being on that face piece.
So you really, you start grinding, went to school.
Yeah, I went to Fresno and got in a financial bind and asked my coach, asked my mother. They denied me. And I had a pistol laying around, and the devil got in my head. And
so this is what, 94, 95 now at this
is
point?
94.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was in college a year and a half. I was in my sophomore year of college.
Yeah.
So the devil got in my head, and I went.
19 years old now?
Yeah, 19. Went on a robbery spree by myself, and end up going on a run. And my parents like, you go on a run the rest of your life, or you can deal with it young. So I turned myself in back to Fresno.
How many people did you rob at this point? Like, did you rob stores? Did you rob people individually?
No, just people at the ATMs.
Okay, so they go there, ATM, you just pop up out of nowhere. Hey,
exactly.
Clean out your account.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, and I got the idea of that from watching the news as a kid.
Okay.
Critiquing, you know, and I could see how people are to critique the news and think you know how to do a crime or whatever. And
how many robberies did you do before the police started catching up to you?
I just did a few, like 3.
3? Okay.
Nothing made it. It was like I didn't know what the hell I was. You know, God was spanking me, you know, immediately, and I'm glad for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I end up catching the case of armed robbery, fighting it in county jail, Fresno County. End up taking it to trial, losing.
Oh shit! Okay.
And so they end up giving me 7 years. And I was institutionalized, bro. My first week in prison, I was already swole, 190, so everybody was looking at me as a shot caller. So I loved the power, and people ask me, you know, how did you like prison? Because my life was structured: football, wrestling, track, church, go to college, in the fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha. And it was just my whole life was structured. So when I got to jail, I'm like, oh, I felt like I belonged there. It was weird. Yeah.
Because you were already used to waking up early and having lunch at this time, dinner at this time, working out this time, all that.
Yeah.
So how did you acclimate to being in prison in California, which, please correct me if I'm wrong, the 90s was a different time, where it's like, from what I understand, the California state prison system is run by gangs and colored, right?
Yeah.
Like you're a black, you're with the blacks. If you're Latino, you're with the Latinos. If you're white, with the whites. And then gangs, obviously, California is the birthplace of the modern day, you know, gangs we know today, but Bloods, Crips, etc.
Exactly.
Like, how do you navigate that as a guy that wasn't really a street guy? You were educated, you went to school, you know, you just made a couple robberies here. How'd you navigate that and kind of keep yourself out of getting stabbed or shanked or?
California prisons are easy.
Okay.
You just got to play your cards. So I went in as a Muslim.
Okay.
I started practicing Islam.
Okay.
And so I learned how to read and write Arabic like in 60 days. So they made me a emir, already. I was a 19 going on 20. I was like the top dog. I was as swole as they had seen already, and I just had that presence of a leader.
Okay.
And so I went to prison as a mere. So when I got to Delano State Prison, I was a top dog. And, you know, I did Juma services, everything.
Okay.
And so, so I did that for 3 years. And
Do you think being a convert like that kept you away from a lot of the bullshit and the gang activity? And then obviously your size as well?
No, you have a choice. As a black guy in prison, especially I was from the Bay Area, but I was in Southern California prisons. I was from the North. And so, so prison is for blacks. If you mind your business, you can go. Ain't nobody gonna press you, you know. But for other races, white, Mexican, you gotta join up.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta join up.
Yeah.
So yeah, blacks, we have it easier than other races.
Were there any like booty warriors in the jail?
So you know, it's funny. I hear all those stories.
Yeah.
I never heard of nobody getting raped. I never heard nobody screaming in the cell. You got to think, when I went in the 90s, you had trannies coming into the prison system. You got gays that prostitute themselves. Ain't nobody taking no booty like that in California.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's I hear about other states, though.
So California isn't as bad as they say. If you stick to yourself,
and
obviously you're a Muslim, and then you are like a religious leader as well, and you're educated, so people are going to respect you more because you're not like a bumbling moron like a lot of the people that are in prison, and you were big, so they didn't want to mess with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
So were you cool? Were you just neutral? Like the Latinos, the gang, the black gangs, the white gangs, etc. Like you just were neutral. You were like cordial with everybody. Nobody fuck with you.
So what happened was nobody messed with me. I never had no problems, bro.
No fights, no stabbing, none.
No, yeah, eventually. Once I became a gang leader.
Oh,
so I went from a Muslim. I got to San Quentin and I seen they was fake. They was doing dope. They was messing with, them boys or whatever. And so I'm like, all my friends I grew up with was in this gang called Kumi 415.
Okay.
So they was begging me, man, come on over here and run this. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have no good leaders. And so I was like, you make me a shot caller with a high ranking position, I will. And so I ended up going to the hole, and I transferred over from being practicing Islam to running this gang. They gave me a high ranking position. And that's when all hell broke loose. Okay. Like, I was dealing with, these guys doing drugs. They just into everything. And so, so I became the shot caller of Kumi 415, and that's when we were getting the riots. That's a black gang, right? Yeah. It's a spinoff from Black Guerrilla Family, BGF and Black Panthers.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so the founders were Black Panthers. And then they, because BGF was so hardcore and coming down on blacks, they like, we need a spinoff to save the ones that's not a part of the BGF.
Okay.
So that's what, I became a part of.
How often were you getting in fights at this point? Because obviously there's going to be a target on your back if you're the top guy, right?
So the top guy didn't let you know he was the top guy.
Okay.
That was like our thing. So you would never see me in meetings. You would never see me grouped up with the guys. So, because we was looked at, these was OG Black Panthers. So they knew how to structure. They like, the head dude, never be seen with these guys. Don't congregate and meet with them or nothing. So I was, because, in prison, like you say, take the head off, the body will fall. Yeah, that was the ideology. And so, I was good with that. And I would even act like I'm just a regular sometime. Like I'm a regular foot soldier or whatever, But it was, I'm just being honest, it was fun.
Really? Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. I was young, swole, had a ton of power, and prison was fun.
Shit.
And so, that's why I went back about 4 times after.
Did you get in a lot of fights? Like, how many fights did you get in when you?
I didn't get in many. So, only time I got in a fight is when I wanted to set an example with my own.
Okay.
Well, like if they bucking the rules, and when I did that, it was a friend of mine.
So you beat up a member?
And it would be my friend.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, stabbed or beat up or whatever, because I had to let people know, you know, it's crazy because they be like, you calling shots, but you ain't put in no work.
Yeah.
So they'll start looking at you like that. So I always, probably once a year, did something stupid to let them know that I put in work or whatever. Yeah. So it was something else, man.
So you go in first in 93, 94.
94.
94, because you committed the crimes in 93. You go to trial,
No,
lose.
I did it in 94. Committed 94.
The crimes in 94. Went to trial, all that within a year.
Yeah.
Boom, you're in. And then you said you got 7 years?
Uh-huh.
Did you do all 7?
I did all 7.
Straight?
Straight.
No
94
behavior,
to
nothing?
2001.
Damn.
Because San Quentin, it was so much fun popping up. I'm going to the hole all the time. And
so you ended up like...
I was in there with Jeffrey Dahmer.
Keep me
What
here.
was that?
So,
What,
Night
you said
Stalker,
Jeffrey Dahmer?
No,
What?
not Jeffrey.
Oh.
Night Stalker was in a cell right next to me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Richard Ramirez.
Well, yeah, Richard
Hey,
Ramirez.
yo.
Well, yeah.
What
Yeah,
the
that's
fuck?
my biggest story with San Quentin, man. I was next to him, and I had goosebumps the whole damn time.
I got some questions on that. For those that are unaware, who he's talking about, guys, was the Night Stalker from the 1980s. Not the Golden State Killer, the original Night Stalker. The Night Stalker that they have the Netflix series on. Richard Ramirez, who killed a bunch of people. And he was a strange serial killer because he killed them with, like, guns, knives. He used anything that was in the house. He used a lot of tools in the house. And actually, like, gun sales, I think in the summer of 1980 in Los Angeles, like, soared because everyone was terrified of this fucking guy.
Yeah.
So you were in with him. Did you ever meet him? Did you ever talk to him? Did you ever?
Well, he was in the cell right next to me, and he was just different. He just pacing in the circle, just talking to himself and shit.
Really?
Well, yeah. Had a harem of women. Like 50 bras would come see him at a time.
Yo, it's
real.
That's facts. No,
It's
because
Well.
when he went to trial, right? There were girls in the fucking courtroom going crazy. Him, Ted Bundy, etc. And this dude was sick. Like, he killed kids, all this shit.
Yeah.
But like back then, like, they used to like sensationalize serial killers.
What's that term again? Called for people that like killers like that?
There's a term, and only women have it.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Rollo Tomasi.
Hybristophilia.
What? Hybristophilia.
Oh,
There you
okay,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Only women are attracted to that shit.
That's
It's
so
not men.
weird, bro.
Like dangerous individuals like
Hold
that.
on.
Yeah.
Was he smaller than you? Was he like small, frail, or was he like?
No, he was frail as hell.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was frail, pale, the most palest human I ever saw.
Tall, right? Like 6'1", 6'2", but very thin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looked like a fucking 1980s rock star, long hair, all that shit.
Exactly.
So nobody like beat him up?
Yeah. So he went to the yard when I was in the hole. Because what they did, when they put the people that went to the hole in with the death row inmates.
Oh,
Yeah, on East Block. It's called East Block. And so, yeah, and I met Tookie up in there before they executed Tookie Williams. So, yeah, it was a hell of an experience. I had to learn Swahili while I was in the hole because the blacks only spoke Swahili.
Tookie Williams, the creator of the Crips.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So
was
you were in
still
with
there.
some people.
Oh, yeah. It was popping.
So, so Richard Ramirez, he was sitting next to you. You said girls would come and visit him all the time.
Oh, yeah. Every visit, like 3-4 times a week.
Was it white girls, black girls, Asian girls?
White.
White.
Uh-huh.
Had to be white.
Yeah. It had to be.
Just saying,
So,
bro.
and you said he got beat
crazy.
up. Like, what'd he get beat up for mostly?
So what happened was he went to the yard the first time in his being there, like in 10 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And
Because they
then
probably kept him and did they keep him in ISO or
Nah,
whatever?
nah.
He
He
was
had
a
a
general
choice.
pop.
Yeah, he had a choice of going to. So in a death row in the hole, it's like a cell, like it's like a cage, maybe as big as this room,
Okay.
where they let the death row inmates go at one time if they want to go to the yard, and they could, do push-ups and work out and talk. So he took his chance. He took his shot. He went out there, and they got on him immediately. Stuck him a few times.
They stabbed him, punched him.
Well,
Who beat him up? Was it the black gangs?
Yeah.
The Hispanic gang?
yeah.
Why did they? Was it because he was famous? It was because he had chicks? Like, was it because he had raped people in the
Kids.
past? Okay, because he fucked with
and
kids,
rapes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they fucked him up.
Yeah, because other than that, if you don't rape, and it's kids,
Yeah.
the people don't really care about women getting raped or none of that because you don't know the story, you don't know the details.
Yeah.
So anything with kids, you getting had.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they were basically waiting from because he killed kids, he kidnapped kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually left one of the. If you watch that documentary with the Night Stalker, the first victim, the witness that comes in and tells her story, she was a kid when he kidnapped her and sexually assaulted her. She actually survived. He kidnapped her from her. Yeah, he broke it. That's why they call him the Night Stalker. He'd break into the house, he kidnapped her, brought her back to his place, assaulted her for like a couple days, then he actually let her live. So, yeah.
What's wrong with these people, man?
Bro, serial killers, man, they're on different time.
So he got tampered with as a kid, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
I think so.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So he, they ended up catching him. They caught him off of a New Balance sneaker, if I'm not mistaken. He had bought a very unique pair of sneakers, and it was a 10.5. And the detectives were able to figure out what store he bought it from, what day he bought it from, based on the make of it, because he left a footprint of this sneaker. And they were tracing back to that purchase because I think he had used a credit card or something like that to buy it, and that's one of the ways they identified him.
Even back then, huh?
Yeah.
Yo, I ain't never wearing no more New Balance, bro. Fuck that shit, nigga. Shit,
Yeah.
shit,
That, and then also witnessed that because he had really bad teeth and really bad hygiene, one of the things that a lot of the victims remembered was his fucking like smell too. And a dirty ass AC/DC hat.
guys, work on your hygiene, man.
Yeah, man. They get caught like Richard Ramirez. But that's fucking crazy that you were locked up with him. Did you ever speak a word to the guy or no?
No.
Never.
Hell no.
So he would just pace around. So basically, he'd pace around in his room, talk to himself. Bitches would come visit him.
Well.
Are conjugal visits allowed in California? They are, right?
Yeah. Yeah. As long as you don't have no spousal abuse or anything alone that beating a woman or something like that.
Like crimes of domestic violence.
Right.
Can you explain to the people real quick what conjugal visits are? Because like this is
so that's like you know, if you married or get married, they let you go, I believe it's every 4 months. You can go on a date with your wife in a room for about 3 days, 2 to 3 days. And you know, make love. You can make love, have a baby.
Really?
Yeah, it's something that only a few states have it. It's conjugal visits. It's only available at the state level. The feds don't allow it. California is one of the few states that allows it. So interesting. So he probably had conjugal visits with all these chicks.
No, he couldn't.
He couldn't because he wasn't married to them.
He was on death row.
Death row. Yeah, you're right.
Well.
And then you said, what was it like? Did you ever talk to Tukey Williams?
No, I just seen him walk in the yard. And, yeah, I seen him walk in the yard. Everybody get quiet. They go Tukey. Yeah. But it was a whole lot of other cats that, you know, were weird, too. A lot of other big names that was there.
Did anyone try Tukey when you were there? Or
No. Hell
right?
no.
Yeah, they know better.
Damn.
Well.
Who else were you locked up with that was... You got some fucking celebs already.
Well, who else was there? A few rappers. Rapping Forte was there. He was from the Bay Area.
I'm trying to think. Tupac, maybe?
I don't know who that
Because
is.
Tupac got arrested. I think he was in jail. No, he was in jail probably in New York.
He was in New York. Yeah, he was in New York. Well, it was quite a few other guys. But it's funny, me in prison, it was kind of a blur now.
Yeah.
Like when I wrote my book, it was the most difficult to remember the prison stuff.
Gotcha.
Well,
I mean, yeah, we're looking at 30 plus years ago. So
yeah. But I wrote my book in 2000. I just looked it up. 11.
Yep.
2012. So that was only a few years I had been out.
Yeah.
At that point, and I still had forgot a lot about names and just. I knew I could still tell you which prison I went to, what year, but names and all that stuff.
Which one was the worst? Because I'm assuming while you were doing your 7 years, like they were moving you around the state, right?
By choice. I wanted to break it up.
Oh,
so every year I wanted to try to move somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there like a reason you didn't like the...
Just tired of the environment, wanted to leave. Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
the first person I think that we brought on that said like, jail wasn't that bad.
Nah, it was fun to me.
Okay.
Until the last time I went.
Okay, so 94 to 2000, roughly.
2001.
Right? 2001. And then you went back a second time?
No, I went back 4 times.
Oh, shit, let's go through it.
Yeah, so I got out 2001. I became a stripper, personal trainer, and I was making good money. But then my money dipped. I got in the drug game, and I was in jail within... I went back to jail from doing 7 years and 11 months. I caught another case, a drug case. And
to be clear, you were selling the product, weren't doing it.
Right, selling.
you're
Yeah,
selling.
yeah.
What were you
Yeah.
selling at that point?
Crack.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Wait, legit crack?
Yeah.
You ever tried it?
Hell no.
he didn't do it, bro.
You
Yeah.
what?
So
Only drug I ever tried was ecstasy.
well, you know,
Okay.
this is early 2000s, right? So
Uh-huh.
I mean, crack can be extremely profitable because
Yeah.
you're able to break it down.
Crack cocaine?
And, yeah, crack way more. I mean, cocaine is more expensive, of course, but if you know what you're doing with the crack and you got good cocaine to base from, you can stretch
So,
that crack, make a bunch of fucking
So
money.
I was a shot caller, so I could get unlimited amount of kilos.
Okay,
So I was getting the kilos, busting it down, cooking it, and dispersing it to all my gang members.
oh shit. So
Well.
all right, let's talk about that real quick because I used to work in law enforcement. So this stuff always fascinates me when I'm able to sit across
Breaking
from
Bad?
a former drug dealer.
Well, yeah.
So who's your connect? Was it like the Mexicans
Uh-huh.
that got it to you?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
So at the time were you still up in Oakland at this
Yeah,
point?
I'm still in Oakland.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
At
you're
the
getting
house I grew up in, at my mother, in the neighborhood, that same neighborhood.
so you're getting how many keys were you getting a month roughly?
So I was able to get, each time I met up with my guys, every 3-4 days, I was getting 5 kilos.
You get 3 to 5 keys every 3 to 5 days?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Was yanking, bro.
How much were you paying per key at this point?
So they would give
Early
them to me
2000s?
on consignment,
Oh,
and I would give them 15.
wow.
Yeah.
So
and I was busting them down to, I was getting about 40 off each one.
so were you getting them on full consignment, or were you just
Yeah.
coming up with half at the time?
No, full consignment.
Okay, so you were buying them for 15, but they'd give it to you for consignment.
Uh-huh. I didn't
Okay.
even have to buy it. They just give them to me, Give us our 15 off each one when you're done.
For the
Oh,
audience
wow.
out there, a consignment, drugs on consignment, basically is like he had such a good reputation that he was able to get rid of the product and pay them back, where they would front him the drugs up front,
Mhm.
and he was able to go ahead, do what he needed to do, and then all he had to do is you're just responsible for paying 15 per kilo back.
No money down.
Mhm.
No money down. Which in the drug game, you got to be a somebody to be able to get kilos on consignment.
Mhm.
So, damn, 3 to 5, bro, what the fuck? 3 to 5 days, you were getting that many kilos.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Because I had the whole Bay Area.
Okay.
So I was a shot caller for the whole Bay Area. I'd go to Frisco, get him some, Oakland, and so I'd make my rounds.
Did you ever get caught?
Fuck yeah, I went
That's
back
how we went back.
3
That's how we went
times.
back,
I got caught every time.
So,
And so
bro, now I'm going to use some Fed terms here. You're basically a regional distributor. If you're getting that much cocaine
Yeah.
and you're getting it pure, I'm assuming, straight from the board. They're driving it
Exactly.
probably from
with the
San Diego.
Mercedes-Benz stamp on it, everything.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Real quick for the audience. If you're getting kilos with like a stamp on it, that means it's coming straight from the cartel. And that typically means that that's their stamp of like, this is pure. You know, because in Mexico, they don't step on it. They give it to you 100% pure. You do what the fuck you're going to do with it once you get it to the States.
Okay.
So you being in North Cali, yeah, you're a regional distributor. So like you probably had all of Alameda County, right?
Yeah.
San Fran,
Frisco,
Oakland,
yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
Probably all the way up to
Sac,
Sacramento. How many guys did you have working under you at this point?
Bro, you got to think, Kumi had thousands. So I had about, me personally, I was dealing with about 100 guys, but they would disperse it.
So you get the 3 to 5 keys every 3 to 5 days. What was the first thing you're doing once you get the
Oh,
product?
I bust it down, cook it. I dry
Yourself?
cook that hoe. Yeah.
So you
Me
literally,
and my boy.
you and your boy, you would cook it. You
Yeah.
put up in the little baggies. And set, dude, that
Wow.
must have taken a lot of time.
Oh, it did.
Fuck.
Well, and I didn't last long. So I believe.
Because you didn't trust nobody? Is that why you did it yourself? Like you?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. I always been a loner.
Okay.
Ultimately, yeah. I did robberies by myself. I just did everything by myself. YouTube, I used to do that by myself. Film myself, edit, everything. So yeah.
That's fucking crazy that you did that.
Well.
Like the fact that you would get the product that much, break it down yourself, cook it yourself, and just have one helper.
Yeah.
And then you would basically give it to your guys ready to go packaged.
Exactly. And I was my most violent during this time as well.
Of course, yeah.
Because I disperse it to these guys and they come up with these excuses.
Yep.
And, I got to pay somebody that $15K.
And you got to pay the Mexicans.
Yeah.
You got a direct connect.
Exactly. So it wasn't worth it. I seen Scarface like everybody else thinking, oh, I got some kilos, I'm going to get rich.
So how much were you making at this point now? Like a month? Because if you're
20K? 25K?
He's got to be
Bro,
making way more.
To be honest, I didn't even see the money.
Really?
Well, because
Where'd it
I'm
go?
making it but I got cars with rims, music.
Oh.
Dudes talking about, I'm short 5,000. I'm like, bro, this ain't like the movie Scarface. I ain't making shit.
Really?
Yeah.
This is blackface.
Exactly.
Literally.
So
damn.
So you were, because you're getting every 3 to 5 days. You said you're getting 3 to 5. You're getting like over $50,000 worth of product.
Well, yeah.
Right? So you're responsible for that. I mean, a month, you're responsible for paying probably $300K back? If you're getting them every 3 to 5 days, $50K, I mean, roughly.
About about 75K.
A month you were responsible for paying back.
A week, 75K a week.
Okay. So that's 150 roughly.
Yeah.
And then 300 a month. 300K a month.
That shit didn't last long.
Okay.
It was like they had a tracking device in me. I didn't last 3-4 months doing that.
In that position.
Yeah.
Like when you got back out the second time, like did you just immediately start doing this kilo level stuff, or did you like slow? Right. Oh wow.
Yeah. I had the so when I caught that case, went in, I got a whole big connection.
Okay. All right. That's what I was gonna ask next. Like how the hell did you? Because for the audience to understand, bro, if you're getting kilos on consignment,
You're
pure with the stamp on it, like you have a direct connection to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting that off of. So you met someone in prison then?
Yeah. Well, I was the shot caller.
Okay.
Of my gang, so they already had it tied in with the North Daniels. Because in Northern California, blacks and Mexicans run together. It's not like Southern California where you got Serenos and they against blacks.
Yeah.
So it's different in Northern California.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're getting stuff. So you're only able to make. So you're able to pay back your people and make a little bit of money on the side, but it was headaches.
Exactly.
Money getting lost.
Yeah. It was terrible.
And you got caught. I mean, at this point, if you're doing that much, bro, you had to have been on the feds' radar. Who picked you up when you got arrested for this?
So it was the Oakland police. I was on my mother's street, and guess what they put on me? Third player. You ever heard of that?
No. What's that?
What does that mean?
You mean the 3-strike rule?
No, they called me they put 2 of these cases on me, same police. They said I'm just standing out there and a dope fiend come up and I just look at my boy and be like, server. And so they called it a third player. And so, that's why I went the second time to prison for that.
How much did they get you, like what did they actually get you on? Like we know that you were dealing with kilos, but like did they get you on conspiracy? Did they get you on some
It's a conspiracy.
So they never got you a product?
No.
They just
Yeah, well.
Right.
So they call it third player.
Someone fucking snitched. That's how we
Well, no, they just wanted me off the street.
Yeah.
So Oakland police was dirty. This one they had the rioters. And so I ended up having a lawsuit on Oakland police because they whooped me a couple of times or whatever. And they was on me. They had my number.
Okay.
Well,
you don't think anyone snitched on you though for them to get you on conspiracy?
No, because that's the little game they was running. They said they saw me tell somebody to sell dope.
Okay. So like a detective testified and said that shit.
Right. Exactly.
Interesting. So then you went in the second time. How long did you go in for that one?
So they gave me a parole and probation violation. So I ended up doing 16 months.
Okay.
On that case. And then got out, said I never sell dope again, started pimping.
Okay. What year is this now that you're out? This
was 2003, the third time.
Okay.
When I got out, called myself a pimp. I was still stripping and pimping. Had personal training.
So you were like a legit pimp, right?
Yeah. I did it for 2 years. Wasn't no money in it.
Yeah. So let's talk about that real quick. Because, people tend to think that, like, oh, my God, everyone's getting human trafficked. But the reality is a lot of times it's just prostitutes and pimps, man. And, like, it's an angry prostitute that didn't get paid or she had a fight with her pimp. She's like, I'm being human trafficked. And then you call the police. And they're like, never mind, I love him. So it's like a lot of the times, like, these big human trafficking rings that they bust are simply just prostitution rings.
There's a lot of pimps in Miami, too, though.
Yeah.
Like quite a few.
Are.
Yeah.
I guess, what was it like transitioning from drugs to the pimp game? What did you like about it, dislike about it?
So
Good,
I
bad,
like
ugly?
that I had to ride around with kilos in the trunk, and
that's scary.
just take a 100-year.
Thank God the DEA never caught you or anything, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Dealing kilos?
Yeah,
Fuck.
Exactly. So yeah, it was a headache though. you know, having all those women because I wasn't a natural talker. I didn't like to talk unless I had to.
Facts.
So when I got into pimping, I had to talk just sporadically, even when I didn't want to have to.
Yeah.
Daddy, what's this, that? I just had to make up something, and you know. But hey,
Listen, you dumb hoe.
Yeah.
It's this. X, Y, Z.
Exactly.
Now shut up and get back in the car. Fuck, bitch, slap you, hoe.
Exactly.
That was somebody else.
So you had to do a lot of that. So
Allegedly fresh.
yeah. So I mean, it was something different. It just wasn't enough money for me. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to manage getting a hotel, getting their nails done, clothes, risk your life. My first time pimping.
Oh yeah, because you're responsible for protecting them too.
Exactly. So you the Uber driver, you the security, everything. My first night having my first hoe, she called me up like, this dude about to put me in the van. You know, we in Oakland, like about to kidnap me, and he had her. So I pulled up. Luckily, exactly. That's just how I did. I pulled up in the Lexus LS 400. Hey, let my hoe go? He had a big black nigga too, about 6'7". He had the hoe by the wrist, and she looking like, you gonna help me? So I just whipped out the 40 cal, like, bro, let my hoe go. And he was like, next time this hoe Google eye, I'ma have a hoe. Wow. I'm like, I'm about to go to prison.
Yeah.
For this broad, I don't even know.
Did he like what was the transaction supposed to be even worth? That $100, $50?
No. So what happened is she was staring at him. Google eye. And again, next time your hoe Google eye me, I'ma have a hoe. So she was just looking, and he walk up on her, and she look him in the eyes.
Okay.
And then a pimp take that as
so they weren't even like they weren't even trying to hook up. He just like didn't like the way she stared at him,
right?
Because she was on the street.
Yeah.
Wait, so he was a pimp too?
Yeah, gorilla pimp. He had a van down the street and everything, just throwing hoes in it.
Did that create problems for you? Like, I guess in the future that like you had this other pimp here that you had pulled a gun out on.
No,
like and it caused issues?
Because I told him I name dropped my gang.
Okay.
I'm like, nigga, I'm Kumi 415. Let my hoe go. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna let her go this time. Next time the hoe look at me, I'm gonna have her.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, first day. Shit. And I'm like, I'm about to risk my life for this chick I don't really even know. And it was just, it made me. So I started telling people the story that the hoe's the one that winning.
Yeah.
She got security, a dummy like me, about to protect her life, about to bail her out. She go to jail. Her Uber driver giving her money, and she tucking money. You don't even know how much she really making.
Yeah.
They winning. It ain't the guy's fault.
How
unless
much
you beating the woman or something like that.
The hoes win until they get old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long were you doing this for, where you like experimented with the pimp game?
2 years.
Oh, shit. How much were you making roughly a month? Was it like
profiting?
Yeah. We could go gross and then profiting.
So you figure I was only profiting. So if a hoe bring me back 500 a night, I'm putting at least 350 back into her. Hotel room, clothes, food.
How many girls did you have working for you? Like
the most I ever had was 5 at one time.
That's got to be a headache.
But I stayed with a headache. So you figure out of that 5, I was only making profit maybe 150, 200.
Yeah. Per girl.
Right. And that is nothing.
A month.
Yeah.
Oh.
After putting into the 350 or the whatever for their room and board, they clothes, they food and all
so
that.
Making like $1K a month? 2K a month?
So I was that would be a day when I had 5.
Oh, okay. So you were making how much a month then, would you say, at this point?
Maybe
grossing,
about,
and then you could say profiting.
Yeah, maybe about 25, 30.
Okay.
But that shit going so fast, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm in the
So you're only profiting maybe 10? Maybe 10 profiting?
Yeah.
Okay.
If that.
You know what's crazy? OnlyFans managers now make thousands of dollars, millions. And
without the risk and danger.
Not even half that much work.
Because you're right.
Exactly.
I think
they in the crib on a computer just texting.
Because what you mentioned, like you're making 20, 30K, but you're really profiting 10. But that doesn't account for all the hours that you're working.
Yeah.
Because you're
around
right.
The clock.
You're driving them around. Uber isn't a thing. It's a fucking early 2000s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're housing them, feeding them, all this other shit. Like, did you keep them all like in one house? Like, where you
hotels. So each one would have their own hotel room.
Oh,
wow.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't hardly making no bread.
Yeah.
You put it back into her. because you can't put them bras together. Some of them crackheads, heroin, all of them was dope heads.
Yeah.
Well,
Can we see your pimp slap hand?
What?
Backhand?
What?
Okay. Okay, there you go.
you gotta bite the lip.
Oh, man.
Hey. Okay, I like that.
So if you had to, so what was, I guess,
I would never do that.
so the negative, I guess, is like you made way less money, and would you say it was riskier and more dangerous than the drug game?
It was, because I didn't like being out at night. I wasn't, and I had to be out at night.
Yeah.
Like you, and when I started pimping, and the old school pimps call it tennis shoe pimping.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got to sometimes just sit in the car, watch, make sure nobody kidnap. Because in Oakland, they guerrilla pimping, they kidnapping your bras.
Oh, wow.
So you got to be out there, make sure nobody kidnap them and riding around and
So the drug game was way better, in your opinion.
No, the pimp game was more fun because you could go to a play pool down the street, or you ain't got to ride. Bro, I was extreme with everything. So when I was in the drug game, I have a Uzi, which I already signed the thing that I would never get caught with a gun again.
Yeah.
So if I
you're
got
convicted
caught,
felon at this point.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm riding around with Uzis and guns, and bro, it was just. And I was so dumb. I have a Lexus or something shiny with 24s. And
Yeah.
riding around with a gun and dope in that.
Yep. And
You know.
you mentioned that this is where you were getting really violent when you
Yeah.
were doing. So were you more violent when you were doing the drug game or the pimp game? you
Oh
would say?
no, not the pimp. I was too swole to be smacking up hoes.
Okay.
I'd be under a prison.
Yeah. So the drug game is like because these dudes wouldn't pay you back,
Right.
so you would be fucking them up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was my own that I was messing up the most, because that's all I dealt with was the people that was in my gang.
So they thought they could kind of maybe
Right.
they take your niceness
Exactly.
because you wouldn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. So you did that for 2 years. You get busted for that.
No.
Oh, what'd you get busted for then?
So I got busted. It got slow. So I called
That's
up
the
my
best story
homie.
ever, bro.
It got slow. I called up my homie and asked him. He was in the heroin game, so I got some heroin from him. I didn't know what I was doing with no heroin. And,
Completely different drug class.
Yeah. And I got snitched on that I had that and a gun on me, and I got in a high-speed chase with the Oakland police. And so I got away. I had the whole Oakland police force on me. And so I got away. They knew it was me. It was the same police that put the past case on me.
The conspiracy drug case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same police.
Okay.
I dealt 3 cases with him, with this crew. And
Some probably narcotics group in the in the PD. Okay.
Yeah. And so got away. They knew it was me. They put a tracking device in the car. My mom went and got the car, put it up for 3 months. The day I took that car
What
out
year
of
is this
storage.
now? This is 03,
This is
04?
2006.
You know what's funny? They didn't need a warrant before to put a tracker in your car. Then a case came out, U.S. versus Jones, and they switched it where you needed to get a search warrant to put a tracker on a car. So they put that tracker in your car without a warrant back then. 06.
Yeah.
It was a huge case law. Sorry.
Yeah,
continue.
so they put a track device in. As soon as I took that car out of storage, they got me that
Boom.
day. Yeah.
So this is 06 now. So you do the pimp game. Things get slow. Get a key of heroin.
Little heroin. It wasn't a key. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
They chase you down. They're able to figure out. They knew who you were. Put a tracker in the car. Catch you again. So you went down the second time for, I'm assuming,
No,
heroin?
this is the 4th. This is
Wait.
my 4th and last
Robbery,
time.
drugs, and then what was the third time you went there?
Robbery, drugs again, and then a high-speed chase.
Okay, so
Uh-huh.
you went in for the heroin, and then they caught you again for the chase.
No, so the heroin and the high-speed chase was
Together.
the same case. Uh-huh.
Okay,
And gun.
okay,
So what happened was, I get in a high-speed chase. I throw the heroin out the window as I'm on the freeway. They didn't find that, and I got away. I couldn't get the gun out the hider spot.
gotcha,
So when they apprehended the car, they got the gun.
gotcha.
So I had my mother go get the car, and they let her have it and put it up in storage. And a day, 3 months later, I got it out. They got on me.
Okay,
and
and,
they
you got
said-
hit with the gun and the drugs,
No, the drugs was gone. They didn't find that.
Okay, just the gun.
High-speed chase.
and the gun.
Right.
I'm curious to know, when you sold drugs, who were your customers?
My customers were my own gang members. I would give them sacks to sell. That's who my customer were.
Who did they sell to? Like niggas?
Yeah. Dope fiends like in San Francisco.
So he's the wholesaler. He gets it, and then he gives it to his people, and it's their job to distribute it and pay him back. They had their own fiends that they would sell to, but he would basically sell it to them. You need to give me back 5. And
I'm curious who it was though. Like white people, black people, Hispanics.
all nationalities.
Oh, everybody.
Yeah. We in the Bay
crack-
Area. It's a melting pot.
Crack is
like
mostly is going to be mostly black. So so you went in the third time, right, for the gun and the high speed chase, and
that's
then,
the fourth.
Fourth time.
counting up the robbery,
Dope
conspiracy.
again.
Dope again, and then heroin and the chase. So that's 4.
We didn't get to talk about the dope again. Then the third one.
I mean, kind of same thing.
What was it?
It was the same police, same thing.
Okay,
happened.
just a random drug charge. How long did you do for that third time?
Every time was like a year.
Okay.
Violation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. All right, and then after that, that's the last time you got arrested.
Now you're a changed man. You got out of jail the 4th time, hopefully.
Yeah, so he gets out. You got out the 4th time at what year? 2000. You said 7, right? At this point.
Yeah, 2000 into 2006. Yeah, going into 2007.
So cumulative time in prison. What are we looking at here? 11 years cumulative between your 4 different bids.
Yeah.
You get out in 2007, and then what happened? And then we talked about you had done some dancing. You're like, fuck this shit though. I'm not gonna fucking do the drug game anymore. You bodybuilding. That's where we left off.
Right. So 2007, I got out and I got in a barbershop with one of my friends because I'm a barber as well.
Damn, man, you're the jack of all trades, bro.
You do everything, bro.
I get down.
Cali of all trades.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went in the barbershop. That was going good. Some guys run up in there after about 9 months of me being in there because me and my best friend that was in the barbershop with me, we had big cars on big rims, had chicks running in and out, and guys was getting jealous, ran up in there, laid everybody down, and I was in the back. I seen them coming in, went in the back, and then they, when they was robbing my boys, I was like, I can't let them just get killed or something like that, so I came out, they laid us down, and I couldn't deal with it. So I went on a rampage. And so that brought me back into the streets and
Wait,
that
did they
violent
escape and you said, I'm going to get revenge? Okay, so they robbed y'all. How much did they steal?
Hardly nothing, a few $100, but it was the principle to me. I'm like, I'm Kumi. These niggas didn't know who I am. And so I went on one, bro. And, so from there, I started selling ecstasy, and because it got bad. You know what I mean?
Did you ever find the guys that robbed you?
Yeah, people got shot up, and my friends got shot, and it was a big ordeal. And so,
so that brought you back to the drug game, like that barbershop robbery.
Right? Yeah. Because that was my hustle. I was making good money.
Yeah,
I was making $5 to $6 grand a month. Didn't have to deal with no headaches, and it was good. And that messed me up. So
barbershops get robbed a lot because it's a cash business.
Yeah, exactly.
Luckily, thank God that day they didn't get that much. But
So Cali, back in the day, you were huge, huge. What was that like? Like, was it just eating good food, or like was it like other stuff? Like, what was that like?
So I got out of prison. I was weighing about 215, swole, natural, and so I was always from a kid from 9. I started working out at about 15 because the coaches said I was too small in football. So I got swole fast. In 90 days, I was jacked from 98 pounds to 140. And so I just was swole after that. It just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and went to prison, got bigger, got out 215, swole, and it was just, I was used to it at that point in my life, you know what I mean? And so once I started competing in bodybuilding, it just went to another level when I added in juice. And I was a late bloomer. I didn't start till I was 34. I didn't know about steroids till I was 34. And that's where the story, everybody be like, oh, he lied. And no, I was an ex-con. I never was able to tell people I was on illegal drugs. And you know, and so
because you're on probation and shit, and you gotta piss all the time. So
But people act like I lied to him because I didn't tell him. And, I always knew that when the opportunity presented itself and I need to tell people, I would. And that's what happened.
Right.
That's when I became transparent.
What year was that you came out and was transparent about it?
He's a transparent.
Bro, come on, man. This guy, Fresh, man.
I got PTSD.
Yeah. When did you come out and let the people know?
So it actually happened in 2019, I want to say, because I did IVF. So everybody was questioning why I lost my size, because I wasn't on steroids for about almost 2 years.
So you quit in 2017?
Yeah, because I had to get my sperm back up. My sperm went to 0, and I wanted to have kids.
Gotcha. Okay.
Really?
And so, yeah. I got a video called Why I Lost My Size that went viral. It got like 10 million views. And so I was off. My weight always fluctuated because I thought I was doing it right. I would get off 3-4 months out of a year. And so, yeah, I got off for that time period.
What gear were you using at I guess, throughout those years from like?
Oh, you figure test, trend,
okay,
Dianabol, Anadrol.
Oh, shit.
Tried insulin before, which almost killed me before. And so, yeah, I thought I was doing it right, and I felt I was a late bloomer. So I'm like, what harm?
You had to catch up.
Yeah.
Because you met Jay Cutler, and you were like, fuck. You saw, like, this is what an Olympian champion looks like.
Well, and I didn't know what I was doing. If I could turn back the hands of time, I would have got one of the professional coaches.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've heard from other people that have done these competitions, they're all using steroids at some point. All of them.
Oh, without a doubt.
Nobody's using...
You can't get an IFBB Pro card, or even a lot of these regular leagues, without being enhanced.
So it's well accepted by most people. You're going to do
100%.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an unspoken thing. I remember, like, in YouTube, like, it was like people would say, Natty, you're not blah, blah. Like, coming out and saying, yeah, I'm not Natty was like a huge taboo in YouTube world, which we could talk about the fitness industry here in a second. So just going back real quick, because I want to get the whole story. So you come out the second time, you get robbed at the barbershop, you're like, fuck this shit, and then you get back in the game, and you said you were selling ecstasy.
Yeah, I was shipping ecstasy to Denver, making a buku amount of money.
Why'd you transition to ecstasy?
So what happened...
what year is this? This is 2008, 2009 now?
No, this is 2007.
Okay.
2007, 2008.
Yeah.
It ran, though, all the way until I moved to L.A., 2010.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, 2 years. So what happened was some youngsters told me when I was pimping that if I tried ecstasy, I'd be talking a lot.
Yeah.
And so I tried it.
Oh, because you hated talking to the girls.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And so I started popping ecstasy.
We can relate.
Yeah.
And so I started popping ecstasy, and I got involved in that business. And so I had a gang comrade of mine that moved to Denver. Gotcha. And he was like, man, start shipping it. We can eat.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened. I would work out and just ship ecstasy.
Where were you getting were you getting it from your same
so I was
Mexican
getting it from,
or?
No, I was getting my ex from, it's funny, it's one of my good friends I went to high school with, and he changed his name to Kali too now. But I would get it from him. And then I got a Asian connection.
White dude?
No, he was Filipino.
Okay, all right. Because the ecstasy game is a bit different. Like the distribute, like a lot of the time it comes from Canada, it comes from Asia, whatever it may be. So, so your connect was a Filipino. How much were you getting? Like how many?
So what I was doing, I was getting every 3 days I would get like 4,000 and ship them.
Every 3 days?
Well, and I would get I would go to Walmart.
What the fuck?
I would go to Walmart and get a radio and put it in like 2 different. I put 2,000 in each radio and ship them to Denver. And so I had had like 6 different fucking FedExes and UPS. I would alternate so they wouldn't catch on.
So you're getting every 3 to 4 days you have 4,000 pills.
Uh-huh.
How much were you paying for that?
So I was only paying $2,000. I was getting them for $2 a pop.
$2K for the 4,000 pills. And
yeah.
how much, bro? Holy shit! How much were you making? Probably killing it.
Yeah, I was killing it. So I would sell them to him each. Your
guy in Denver.
1,000, yeah. So each 1,000 I was paying 2,000, and he would give me 5. So I was making $3,000 profit.
Okay.
Off each 1,000 boat. They call them each boat.
So each each load you sent to Denver, you were making $3K profit after
six.
Oh, you're
I
making
would
six.
send 2 at a time.
Okay, you.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit! So how much were you making a month at this point?
Shit, I was eating, bro. I was making at least, you figure 6, 12, 30. I never even added it up to now. I was making a minimum profit of $100K
A month.
Uh-huh.
When you were doing the ecstasy shit.
Yeah.
And at the time, you were still doing the bodybuilding, right?
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
So is that how you were able to fund
it?
Oh,
Exactly.
okay.
Yeah. That's how I was able to
Because
fund it.
steroids aren't cheap, for those that are wondering.
It is cheap.
Where
It's cheaper than supplements.
Where are you getting? Were you getting them like
Online?
You weren't getting them like pharmaceutical level?
Nah.
Oh, that's why. Okay. I thought you were. Like,
Even then, it's cheap.
it was cheap. Even
Steroids cheaper than a thing of protein powder.
really.
Yeah, $45 for a bottle of test.
Shit.
A
So
bottle of test can last you anywhere from 5 to 10 weeks.
Damn.
so you're competing in bodybuilding. You're making
just
$100,000 a month.
Uh-huh.
You're training all day. So like I'm assuming you quit the barbershop shit at this point.
Oh, yeah,
There's
no, I
need.
couldn't be in there. I had to go back and, yeah.
So you're training what, 2-3 times a day? Using
Hell
gear?
no, I ain't never trained no 2-3
Nah?
times a day.
'Cause you
I'll
had
be
all
in
this
that
time
bitch
now.
At the most, hour and a half, 2 hours a day.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 6 days. Was I doing 6 or 7? 6 days a week.
Making
I would take
$100,000.
off Mondays.
So all this money, what are you doing with it?
Investing in bodybuilding.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And then I moved to LA in 2010.
So you had a bunch of money saved at this point, probably.
No. Because what happened was before I moved to LA, me and my partner kind of fell out.
Denver
He
guy.
sent some money. He got lost in the mix. So I started looking at him sideways. He looking at me sideways. So it shut down. And the ecstasy got horrible at that time period.
Did people start dying and shit like that? Or
Well,
get
no,
fucked
it
up
would
from
just start getting crumbly. It wasn't what it used to be. So he was testing it when I ship it to him, like, oh, this bad. So I was getting bad batches.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
So that fucked with the money a lot.
Yeah.
So you were able to make this $100K a month for like maybe a year or two, maybe?
Yeah. About a year and a half, going on 2 years.
What'd you do like with all the money? Like, did you lose it? Did you invest it?
Nah,
I know you said you put in
didn't know what he was
bodybuilding, but
doing. I was just, bodybuilding was my life. So it was all going to, I did, 2009, I did 5 shows.
okay.
I did my taxes. My tax lady looked at me like, where did this fucking $175,000 go?
Yeah.
Bodybuilding.
I was like,
Yeah. Well, it is
'cause I was
expensive
flying
to
everywhere,
yeah,
hotels and
put
oh,
yourself up at
man.
the best places.
Yeah.
Do you have a coach at this point too? Probably. No.
If I could turn back the hands of time, I would have got a coach.
Okay.
Yeah. Because they
So-
would have made me do blood work and all that stuff.
So you're making $100K a month, shipping the ecstasy there, paying for your bodybuilding career, traveling all over the place, probably going first class, and it's not cheap to enter into these competitions.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, okay.
Oh, yeah, that money dwindled. By the time I moved to LA, I only had $50K.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well.
And then this is where YouTube started, right?
Well, YouTube started right before then. I did a few videos. Muscle Up video went viral. I was monetized when I moved to LA in 2010.
Okay. So you
And
started
I was
YouTube
only making
stuff.
$100-$200 a month off YouTube.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that was like, you're like, what the fuck? I'm making
Exactly.
$100K on E. The fuck is this shit?
Exactly. Then I moved to LA, was barbering, personal training, and doing background acting work. And so the acting started blowing up, and I never wanted to be an actor. God had me look at the TV one day. I'm like, it ain't no super swole actors. And so I went and signed up, and the next week I was working with Matthew McConaughey. And that just blew up. Yeah, it blew up.
What project did you do with him?
It was a music video with Jamie Johnson where he was the director and everything. And so that put me on the map because I put it on my resume. I just worked with, I blew up. And I started doing Old Navy commercials, the Geico.
Old Spice?
No, I didn't do an Old Spice.
You did one commercial where you were like across
Geico.
That was the Geico, right?
Yeah,
I remember
directing
that.
traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
How much they pay you for that?
So they paid me over a span of 2 years, only $50K. They said if back in the day, all the actors used to ask me that, and I tell them, they were like, you would have made like $500,000 back in the day for that commercial, as much as it aired. But internet watered it down. The internet watered all acting down. Yeah. But I kept banging them out. Kentucky Fried Chicken, Planet Fitness.
Did you have an agency that found these gigs for you? Is that how it was done?
So I did have an agent, but I was finding a lot of it myself on like LA Casting. I was submitting myself on LA Casting. And so, but I did have an agent. I had a theatrical and commercial. And so...
so what year are we in now, roughly? Were we in 08, 09,
No, so we in 2010, 2011.
Okay. So you're out the drug game for like 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
You're acting now. You're doing your YouTube.
Yeah.
You're still bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like are segueing into this like more show business road.
Right. Now. Yeah. And so I'm looking at, being a big time actor or whatever, and so it's popping. So what happened was acting slowed up. A Rash from Strength Project contacted me for the second time in a year, said he wanted to do a documentary of me. I was scared because I didn't want nobody to know my background in Hollywood. So it got slow, and I'm like, fuck it, man, let's do the documentary. Did the documentary, it blew up.
Yep.
And
on YouTube, too.
Yeah. They put it on the front page of YouTube. And what happened was during that same time, I had an Old Navy commercial airing. A guy commented on the Old Navy that I did gay porn. So
that's the worst.
Yeah. So it was weird. I was already writing my book at this time.
Okay.
And so Old Navy contacted my agent and was like, if this happened, because you had to sign a contract that you haven't did no porn, nothing. Illicit.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
For image reasons, I'm assuming.
Exactly, because, it's family-friendly, commercial.
Old Navy.
Yeah. So came back that I didn't.
Old
but
porn
I was,
videos.
Well,
no, sir.
So it came back that I didn't do gay porn. But I had modeling pictures up, and I was a stripper.
Yeah.
And they was like, okay, that's fine. So right then, I'm like, I got to release my fucking book. Because these people on the internet can say anything, and people will believe it.
Yeah.
So I got a book publishing deal, so released my book. And then within 90 days, I seen they was swindling me, so I took my rights in my book and published it myself on Amazon. And, from there, everything started going up. I never even dreamed of how life was going. And so in 2016, I went through a divorce, moved to Vegas, had my supplement company. It was booming, thriving.
Hypey Mud, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
So it was thriving, and I had to move to Vegas to get my money right because it was getting low.
In L.A.
Yeah. And the acting that slowed up. I just got, acting, you like a slave, man.
Yeah.
I need a gig. How am I make money? And you got to kiss ass and all that. So I just went the social media route and moved to Vegas. Everything came back in order. Got my money up, my credit. 2020, moved back with my twins. I was able to get my sperm back up and have my twins. And when Trump got in office, eating. I was making like $200,000 a month.
Nice. With
when Trump got in
2016, and you had your supplement company at this point too, right?
Yeah, but I was making that off Facebook and YouTube.
Oh shit!
The supplement company, I was only making maybe $20,000 a month.
Okay, I got to ask you about this because every guy that I bring in, right, that because I love bringing OG fitness influencers in. And I want to get your take on another question as well. That run a supplement company, they almost always get out and ask them why. And they're like, bro, the profit margins aren't worth it. It's a lot of fucking work. It's a pain in the ass. It's expensive to do.
Corporate,
you got to find, regulations, etc. Like a lot of them just leave the game. What made you say like, fuck this shit? Or
it was good.
Okay.
I could still. Well, I'm coming out with something else now.
Okay, so you're still in the game.
No, I'm not in it yet, but I'm coming with a drink, organic. No, it was good. You figure, bro, all you spending is $4 on a bottle of pre-workout, $30, $40 you selling it for.
Yeah.
they saying that because they marketing wasn't up to par or whatever. For me, I kept my costs down. Only stay with a pre-workout, a BCAA. Then I upgraded to a test booster and vitamins.
Is it protein that's the most competitive?
Oh yeah, protein. Okay. You ain't making no money.
Okay, that's
and protein.
The guys
poison.
I asked all had their own proteins. So
yeah,
that
makes sense. Poison.
Yeah,
I would never sell that to nobody.
Okay,
that's actual poison, and you know, yeah, I would never sell it. I would never sell that or creatine to people. That's the most harmful stuff in my eyes.
Creatine and whey protein.
Yeah.
So how long did you have Hyphy Mud before you? Because is it still available?
No, 9 years.
You had it for 9 years. Okay.
Yeah, I just got rid of it when I had my health awakening.
Gotcha.
I didn't. I'm like, I'm not gonna take caffeine, so I'm not gonna sell it to nobody.
Okay.
And so I could have sold the company for at least 2.5 to 5 million. I just trashed it.
Shit.
Yeah.
Because you didn't even want to.
Right.
Have anything
Yeah.
to do it.
I didn't. You know, I went on this health tip and. You know, my business partners, they didn't want to sit down and figure out how to go the organic way, a natural way of doing things.
Costs more money to do it.
Right, of course. That's what they said. So I just trashed it.
So take us through, like, what led to the health incident that made you kind of change your life completely around.
Yeah. So I had 2021. I had a heart attack, massive heart attack, a widowmaker, and when that happened. I'm like, I thought, like I said, I was a late bloomer with the roid stuff. I was cycling, was eating what I thought was healthy at the time, just white rice.
And tuna. Let's go.
That
Top
was
ramen
the
and
prison
tuna.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, they say it take 30 years. What happened to me take 30 years of build up. So I'm looking back when I was a kid. Working at McDonald's, eating microwave burritos and just the worst food you can eat. And I remember years ago, I always had a problem with like my right foot being puffy and swollen.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So I had signs for years that I was having cloggage. So 2021 had that heart attack, and I'm like, man, I'm F caffeine, F everything that I think possibly could have caused it.
Salt, caffeine.
Everything, right? And so I just went on wild-caught salmon and spinach every day for a year and a half.
Okay.
At 7 p.m. That's all I would eat is one meal a day. And I kept my size. I was like 190 at the time and still strong in the gym.
How much you weigh now?
Said as of today, this is my last day of the watermelon fast. Yeah. I'm 172.
Wow.
Well, and the most I weighed was 270.
God damn.
When I was my swollest. But I feel the best in my life right now.
I was going to ask you probably feel the best.
Well,
eat some watermelons, nigga?
Oh, that'll get them down, boy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We'll get them on that melon, boy.
Melon diet, nigga.
You had this awakening.
Yeah, so I had the heart attack, and so I was eating that. So I seen a guy doing a watermelon challenge. I'm like, shit, he eating 1,200 calories with a whole watermelon. I'm only eating 800 to 1,000 a day. So I tried it, and it was a hack. It was a hack to life.
Did you feel good on the salmon and spinach diet?
I did.
You did feel good on that?
I
no
did.
Carbs?
No carbs. Just salmon and spinach.
So you're basically effectively keto, kind of.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. I felt great, actually.
And then you said, why watermelon in particular?
So watermelon, it just detoxes you. For some reason, you had the most spiritual awakening with watermelon.
Yeah.
It's bizarre, man.
I feel like when I eat watermelon, I become alive.
Yeah.
You know, this whole conversation right now is a meme. 3 black dudes at a table talking about fucking watermelon. This is like a fucking meme right now. This is hilarious.
All jokes aside, though, like, watermelon, when I eat it, bro, I feel alive.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm awake, and I feel like I'm just flowing with
Bro, there's
water.
some dudes in Mississippi right now, white hoods, watching this shit, losing their fucking minds.
You hear these niggas?
Watermelon, nigga.
Yeah, man. I told you.
Don't darn it.
Oh, man.
These niggas eat watermelon.
They can't take our jobs. Like, what the fuck, bro? There you watermelon.
Yeah.
All right. This is a fucking meme in itself, man.
Yeah, exactly.
man.
But anyway, I knew this was gonna
Well, to
come.
be fair, you're not really black, so.
Yeah, I guess I'll count.
Yeah.
It'll get some black.
So what I did was I just went extreme with the health tip. I did stem cell twice already.
You went down to Columbia for it?
No, I went to Vegas. It's a spot that sponsored me and CT Fletcher in Vegas.
Okay.
And so I just went on this. I started researching fasting. I did the water fast, pineapple. I did apple fast, and I learned I'm type A blood type. I just do well on fruit and veggies.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I just feel the best off fruit and veggies.
How's CT Fletcher doing, bro? Because I know he had some
doing
issues,
good.
very similar heart problems too.
Well, he had a heart transplant.
Holy
shit.
Yeah. So he doing good. He did stem cell twice, and he back energetic and feeling good. Yeah.
Back in the gym, still his set?
Back in the gym. Yeah. Yeah.
That's great, man.
So it's awesome, man. So yeah, fasting is a hack. It's a hack, most definitely. And all the books of God talk about it. So it's amazing.
So would you recommend watermelon fasting for most people?
Yeah, if you have body fat, but if you low body fat, it's gonna be tough. You know what I mean? But if you want to lose weight super fast, detox, and it's amazing.
I'm gonna try it, bro.
Let me ask you this. So how do you do it now? Are you like you said you do it for like a month? So are you like 30 days on just eating nothing but watermelon?
I just did 40.
40.
Today is my 40th day.
Okay.
Wow.
And then how long do you transition back to a, I guess, standard diet?
Fruits. So I start back like tonight. If I eat some or whatever, I have some different fruits.
Okay.
Maybe if we go out or something, I have a salad with avocado, which is a fruit.
Yep.
Avocados, cucumbers.
So you buy how many melons a day?
Just one.
1 melon a day?
Yeah, and I wouldn't eat all that now.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bizarre, man.
Do you break
don't
it
need
down
that much.
into like breakfast, lunch, dinner, or just like one time you eat watermelon?
Whenever I get hungry. But what I would do is I juice it. So I'd have 100 ounces of juice all through the day after my workout. Then at night, 6 p.m., I would have like a quarter of a watermelon I eat. Wow. So that was my program.
So how do you maintain your lean body mass with virtually no protein?
We've been lied to. Yeah, so
take me through it. Go ahead.
As all my life, and especially going to prison, I never believed in protein. It all is a fallacy to me. Everybody I grew up with was swole off eating a lot of carbs, you know. And what happened was when Joe Weider got Arnold to promote this protein stuff, everybody believed it. That's when it became this big hype. And me and my partners used to laugh at it. Like, what protein? Nigga, we eating these carbs. Swoller than everybody. You know, it's like a gorilla or something, just eating bananas or whatever, you know. It's the same shit. And so, yeah, I never believed it. That's why I never sold it. I never believed in protein. As long as amino acids have to convert into protein.
Yeah.
That's what they don't tell us. So when you just consuming straight protein, guess what? It got to reverse and break it down to amino acids.
Yeah.
And so people didn't realize that. And I didn't at the time, but once I went on watermelon, I'm like, oh, I've only sold BCAAs, amino acids, with my supplements. So, yeah, it's a myth. And people still, you know, argue me up and down. And, you know, you could research it and it'll tell you that amino acids convert into protein. So as long as you're getting amino acids, you're good.
Which is in watermelon.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So, Mario, what do you think?
Fruit.
Should I go on a watermelon diet?
What, you want to lose some weight?
Wait, what do I need, nigga?
You need a lot of help, bro.
What, you trying to lose the weight?
You know, a few pounds. I feel.
Oh, watermelon, bro. When I started it this time, I lost 10 pounds in 2 days.
No way.
Today, I just lost 5 pounds.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, Mo.
Well, yeah. It's a hack,
we got
bro.
some work to do, bro.
It's a hack. He ain't with it.
Shit, man.
Wow.
So, are you as far as, like you said, you had a kid, two twins? Are you still married or in a relationship?
Yeah, I'm still married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long y'all been together?
Me and my wife been together 2016.
Damn.
Yeah.
How'd you meet her?
At a fitness expo. She came to my booth. I was like, oh, look at the white girl with blue eyes and big booty.
Hey, you get it? She came to your booth.
Exactly.
So you guys been together for a while. And are you based out of Vegas still? Or are you in...
No, I'm in Irvine, Orange County.
Okay, nice. Irvine's, Orange County's good, bro. LA sucks.
Isn't that where
Yeah.
Mike is? Mike Rashid?
Yeah. Bro, all the base people are in Orange County, bro.
Yeah.
They're
So I
more
moved
Republican, you know
there
what I'm saying?
because my business partner, Big Boy,
Shit.
we got the same warehouse.
That's CT Fletcher's guy, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Big Boy from Strength Cartel, Mexican.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yes. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I know what you mean.
So I moved out there basically for him.
Okay.
Yeah, but I love it.
Orange County?
Hell yeah, love it.
It's like you get the perks of California without the loony lefties.
Yeah, 95% of people live out there Asians.
That's good.
That's a good sign.
That's a very good sign, sir. That's a very good sign, man.
Yeah.
When niggas don't go.
Exactly. I'm the only nigga in the 100-mile radius.
Let's go, baby.
Okay.
Hey, man. You can call us racist, whatever. We just had a conversation about watermelon, all right? So I don't want to hear shit from these haters, man.
How dare you?
Shit, man. We can read some of these chats real quick. Yeah, we'll read some of the
Give them a
chats.
little break.
Yeah.
Fresh
Let's see here.
updates.
Think about this. On some level, American food is poison, and that's cereal, steak, and eggs. Okay. What else? Did you sell Zerka any crack? No, he didn't.
Maybe.
A secret message has been found from the future from our future president. This guy's talking about me being president. What the hell, nigga? That's me old as hell.
Yeah, damn.
My fellow bear. Okay, we don't got time to read all that, bro.
That shit long as
We
hell.
got to keep going. Hey, Myron, do you still plan on having Maven on the pod? I got to reach out to him. If you have a connect, let me know. I'd love to have Maven.
He might be a little too political.
Y'all should cover Lamine Yamal for our Womanizer Wednesday. 17-year-old professional soccer player. Oh, he was dating the older chick, and he got.
Oh
finessed?
yes. No. Well, yeah. Well, she's older, but he basically.
She cheated on him.
Yes.
Yeah, he said that.
She got caught on video.
Yeah. So the father says to his son, if you keep masturbating, you're gonna go blind. The son says, Dad, I'm over here. Okay. All right. Greetings from Casa Club Down Under. Pause. Not sure if you're aware from the brother Ew, me Muslim cleric from here, Western Sydney, has said P3D's killer.
He said, Western Sydney,
the predator. Okay.
pedos and killers who pray are better than law-abiding citizens who don't pray. Thoughts?
No comment, bro.
Oh man.
We deserve less. W Bills. Okay.
Okay.
Clayton Williams says, a big WFNF and to Cali Muscle. Props. My pops and I used to watch you religiously back in the day. Hyphy Mud.
Hell yeah.
The gym is like my girlfriend. Yep.
Let's go.
That's it. And then, from JTK. Yeah. Yeah, and he did that twice. Shout out to you, JTK. We are going to do after hours here in a little bit. I guess, was anything else?
Yeah, Cali. So real quick, YouTube and the future of Cali Muscle. What's in store for us?
So I started doing educational videos because I learned that they make the most money. So I veered away from the
Vlogs?
comedic type stuff.
Yeah.
And right now I've been doing a series of the watermelon. So I compile the watermelon videos and whatnot. But my main thing now is my program. I help people blow up their social media, call over 100 guys a day. Today I dropped my token, my crypto token. I got an airdrop of you guys some, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been on Spaces looking at Myron all day. You know what I mean?
You're busy over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter a lot. 'Cause I got
Yeah.
banned off Instagram, man. Fuck Instagram. But sorry,
Well.
continue on.
It's
And
not
so-
Instagram, bro. We know what it is.
Oh, actually,
Well.
we'll reveal that next week for you guys.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so I'm just focusing now. I got my other languages. I'm working on. I already had a Spanish channel on YouTube. Now I'm doing some other languages. They have some other TikTok. I've been cranking on there.
Okay.
Threads, cranking, monetized. And so been on Twitter every day. It's been crazy. Ever since I changed my life around, like people like, did your views go down or you lost your fan base? It actually went up quadruple. Since I turned a leaf for the health tip. Because you got to think, guys my age now, fat, out of shape, unhealthy, with health
Yeah.
problems.
I mean, you were born in 75.
Yeah.
So what? It's 2024 now. I mean, what? 50?
In 6 months, I'll be 50.
Yeah.
6, 7 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Damn, you old, nigga.
Yeah.
God damn.
Hey, niggas better hope to get it this
That's
old
true.
nowadays.
You're right.
So
You're right.
I feel blessed. I'm like, when I meet somebody 60, I'm like,
Yeah.
man, kudos. You a blessing.
See, I look old, so I think I already got there.
Nah. You good. But yeah, so I want to live for the kids, man.
Yeah.
And
No, absolutely.
so,
How old
yeah.
are your children now?
4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they 4. And so that's my whole focus. That's why I do all this crazy dieting and fasting. Like,
Well, I'll tell you this, Kelly. You inspire me, man. Like,
Thank
one
you.
day, I want to find a snow bunny as beautiful as
yeah.
yours.
Thank you. Hell yeah. You go do it. You in Miami.
You're right, brother. No, I need to go to Colorado, actually.
Oh, you gonna go Colorado?
that's where I should
no,
go.
you got to go to Europe. Like mine
yeah, you're right.
Croatian.
Oh, it's just Croatian?
Yeah.
Sweden.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They're 304s though.
Yeah, you're right.
So what is 3 or 4?
Finland.
Oh, if you put it in a calculator,
Oh.
flip upside down. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Moroccan.
Nah.
I'm just kidding, because I
Hell
saw
nah.
your tweet.
You got to go to
else.
Croatia or something, brother.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. Guys, check him out, man. Cali Muscle on all those social media
I'll link down
platforms,
below.
man.
Wow.
Go
Go
check
support
him
him.
out, man. Go support him, bro.
Go
OG in
support
the
him.
fitness space, man. We're glad that you're here with us. Obviously, that's a
Thank
crazy
you.
story.
Yeah.
I think we went from your criminal past to how you
YouTube,
turned your life around. YouTube,
fitness.
the book,
Yeah.
acting.
What's coming up next?
Yeah.
It's a good update.
Well.
Ex-con to icon.
Thank you for coming, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
we appreciate
thank
it,
you
man.
for having me, brother.
Thank
Hell
you, man.
Yeah. Thank
Definitely have
for
you back
having me,
again, too, man.
Hell yeah.
It's a great conversation. And you're here in Florida
sir.
for a bit, so we could do another one.
Yeah.
We'll do something
I'm
else.
here till the 19th.
All right, man. We'll have you on with some girls then.
hours?
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
you on with some girls,
some girls?
maybe next week if you're free.
Well.
So,
So maybe you could show us the pimp slap. I'm kidding. We never hit women ever.
guys, like the video. Go check them out on all the platforms, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. It was fucking awesome.
good.
It's to have a legend in the house and have this conversation.
Yeah.
We'll be back here with some lovely ladies, guys, in after hours. We're gonna part 3 of the 3-peat, aka the 4-peat, because the other one is pre-recorded. But we
Yeah.
love you guys. We'll be back in a bit. Peace.
Peace.
I ran so far.